I'm gonna write this story to life. I can fix this one detail at a time. Make it a reality. When things look grim, I'll wear a grin. Where's my pen?
What did you do this time?
And I'll see it through. Everyone deserves a happy ending. Every broken story can be mended with a quill and a pen. We'll laugh and cry and do it all together again. Everyone deserves a happy ending.
I'll only be gone for 2 days. Ella, promise me that you'll be good while I'm away. No messes, no staying up past 8, and no reading any books that you aren't supposed to. Do you understand?
Yes, Aunt Mary.
Especially not that book. You know the one.
Wow. She has so many books, but I'm not even allowed to read most of them. I wish she would at least tell me why. This book? How did it get here? Aunt Mary said I shouldn't read it since it'll be trouble. Does it not have a title? I'll just take a peek. This is a fairy tale book. There's a bunch in here. Even some new ones. I can't believe Aunt Mary was keeping this from me. Maybe if I just read a little bit.
Once upon a time, there lived a girl with skin as pale as snow, hair as dark as ebony.
No way! I know this place. This is Snow White's story. That's her castle. Even the clouds in the sky look the same. But how do I get back? Ella returned home? Whoa! Whoa! This is incredible! I can read any page of the magic book and have it come to life.
I wonder if it works for other stories.
This is so cool. I love this book. I wonder why Aunt Mary told me not to read it. There's no harm in going inside. Oh, I can even meet my favorite princesses.
Ugh, who's there?
I wonder how these characters would look like 10 years from now. Aha! I think this is what I'm looking for. Inquisitive reader who has stumbled upon this page, read these words from left to right and turn 10 pages to have the characters age 10 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
He did not.
He should know that I don't like Venetian. I mean, for crying out loud. Some of my favorite animal friends are deer.
At least your husband tries. He never notices when I get a haircut. I don't know why I bothered cutting it off for him in the first place.
It was cute when he got me shoes for my first 2 anniversaries, but it loses its charm after 10 years.
Which one? The shoes or the prints?
How about a toast to us? Our husbands aren't great, but it could be a lot worse.
This can't be right. What kind of happily ever after is this?
Oh, nobody get up and help your feeble old mother. Wouldn't want any of you to break your...
I can't imagine why anyone would want to live out here, let alone Little Red Riding Hood.
Are they still chasing us?
I don't know. I'm too scared to look.
Freeze, Fleabag. Not you two again. All right, what was it this time, Hansel? Did someone spill some gumdrops? Was a baker pulling out a rack of brownies?
This isn't a laughing matter. This was serious.
We were helping Mrs. Richards with some chores around her home when, out of nowhere,
She opened the oven?
and pulled out a pie. We were so sure we were next, Red.
So no wolf then. Just a sweet old lady. What a shame. All right, kid, you can come out. The coast is clear. You can stop hiding in that bush.
Did you say his name was Hansel? Then you must be Gretel, and you're Little Red Riding Hood.
I haven't been little in a long time. Not since the incident with the big bad wolf. Everyone knows me as Red these days. Now I patrol the woods instead of frolicking. As for these two, you don't want to know what they're called.
You wouldn't be saying that if a witch lured you into a house of sweets and tried to cook you.
Some nights I can still taste the toffee.
Hansel, wait, she can't hurt you anymore.
Stop running deeper into the forest.
What's wrong, Ella?
Aunt Mary, is growing up always depressing?
Depressing? Why do you ask that?
Let's just say I read some stories that didn't end with the dream coming true.
Life can be cruel like that, but that doesn't mean you can't lead a happy life. Just look at me. I haven't been able to make all of my dreams a reality, but I'm not complaining. I'm happy with my simple life.
But don't you spend all your free time at the museum?
I wouldn't say I spend all of my time, but someone does have to keep an eye on the place.
And don't you worry about not having friends?
I have friends. Not as many as I used to, but we get together when we have the time.
What about dating? Don't you want to find true love?
Well, it's not quite that simple.
Why not?
Why don't you worry about finishing your lunch and getting started on your homework? Or can you honestly tell me that you finished it all?
And now she roams the woods hunting wolves and firing arrows willy-nilly.
Where did you hear this again?
Huh? Oh, from one of the books at my aunt's museum. It's really rare, and she only lets me read it. It's like a first edition or something.
So much for my princess-themed birthday party. I didn't realize being a princess was so boring.
At least Red Riding Hood's got a cool ending.
I guess, but what was with Hansel and Gretel? What a bunch of babies.
I mean, they were almost cooked by a witch.
And now they're afraid of candy? That's crazy.
I don't know. My mom freaks out whenever I ask her for ice cream. Maybe that's just something that happens when you get older.
My older brother sounds like the kids who live in the shoe. He says he's an independent contractor, but it sounds fake to me.
Ugh, growing up stinks. I wish I knew what was going to happen to me. Maybe then I could try and change my future.
Yeah, that would be nice. Boy, spending a whole day warning fairy tale characters is exhausting. I can't wait to see how much better their happily ever afters turn out tomorrow. I'm late! Aunt Mary, I overslept and missed the bus. I'm really sorry, but could you give me a ride to school?
What are you getting all worked up about? There's no school today.
Isn't there? I would have remembered if we had the day off.
It must have slipped my mind. I got a call last night from the school. Apparently, none of the teachers could come in.
Oh no, are they sick?
No, they just don't have it in them to go to work.
Oh, well, then would you mind if I go visit a couple of friends?
Sure, why not? It's not like that sort of thing matters. It's only a matter of time before we end up like Hansel and Gretel.
Why, hello there, little girl. What brings you out here? Here to take a gander at my house?
Not exactly.
No need to fib around me. I'll take any company I can get these days.
What about, I heard that a lot of kids used to live here.
That they did. So many that I didn't know what to do. At least, not until a little girl told me that I should put those kids to work, or else they'd loaf about. Now they're all getting an education at their colleges and universities.
That doesn't sound too bad. Are they doing well?
I wouldn't know. I haven't heard back from them in years. Sometimes I'll get a newsletter or get sent some of their dirty laundry. I tried writing letters, but none of them wrote back.
That's awful.
It's not so bad. They're doing what I taught them to do. I just wish they would write back now and again. Or at all.
I should get going.
Thanks for stopping by. Come back anytime. I'll be here, waiting, alone.
Excuse me, do you know where I can find Cinderella?
Cinderella? I believe she's inside doing laundry. She should be out to put the clothes on the clothesline soon.
Snow, what are you doing here? I mean, I could have sworn this house only had one maid.
I suppose you could say I'm new here. After a little girl warned me about an evil witch, I realized it wasn't safe to live in the woods, so I left and moved here. The mistress of the house was kind enough to let me stay here and keep me protected from the outside world.
Snow, you slacker! Why isn't our brunch ready?
Oh dear, I completely forgotten it was time for brunch. I better get going.
Wait, what about Rapunzel? Does she work here too?
Rapunzel, do you know her?
I don't think so. I've certainly never heard of her in town.
Oh, before I forget, that little girl over there wanted to talk to you.
Oh, great. Which house is Hansel and Gretel?
Hello? Who's there?
Red Riding Hood?
Yes. What do you want, little girl? You shouldn't be out by yourself. Don't you know it's dangerous?
Says the lady who nearly shot me.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
I said that's a nice crossbow you have.
That old thing? It's just something my father gave me in case of emergencies. Not that I would ever use it. Would you like to come inside? Sorry, I don't have any snacks to offer. I rarely get any company, and my parents aren't here at the moment.
Sounds kinda lonely. Don't you ever go spend time with other people?
Not without my parents. Sometimes Hansel and Gretel try to rope me into their shenanigans, but I turn them down.
Shenanin what?
Yes, they're nice, but they can be so reckless. Trusting everyone they meet, eating any sweets they see, wandering off the beaten path. It's amazing they haven't been killed yet.
So, they're not dead yet.
Surprisingly, I just saw them an hour ago. They were heading off into the woods to pick up some berries for a pie.
And you just let them?
What was I supposed to do? It's none of my business. If you ask me, they need to be taught a lesson and learn that life can be dangerous.
Maybe they do need a lesson, but not the kind that gets them eaten.
Stop! You can't go in there!
Someone has to save them. Hansel? Gretel! Where are you?
Oh, there's my hat. Are you all right, little girl?
I'm feeling better now. I was looking for you and your sister. Where is she?
Oh, she's with our new friend.
New friend?
You shouldn't be wandering off, Hansel.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf. The wind blew my hat away, and I was simply catching it.
That's not all you found, I see. Hello, little girl.
I should get going.
What's the rush? Mr. Wolf was going to show us a bustle of blueberries.
He's not Mr. Wolf. He's the big bad wolf!
You seem to know a lot about me. What have you heard?
That you're a mean old wolf that tricks people so you can try to eat them, doing whatever it takes to gobble them down.
Not bad. But you forgot something.
What's that?
I don't try. I always eat them.
Run!
Leave them alone!
This day just keeps on getting better and...
I mean it. Don't move, or I'll...
Wet yourself? You don't have the guts. Since I'm feeling generous, I'll give you a 5-minute head start. That should give me enough time to deal with these 3.
Are you okay?
I had no idea you were such a good shot. You're a natural.
Neither did I. Must have been a lucky. Look out!
Maybe we should continue this back home?
Wait, what about that little girl?
She's probably running back to the village. I'm sure we'll see her there.
Don't worry. You'll see me soon, right after I fix your stories one more time.
Sometimes I blame myself for not using rocks instead of breadcrumbs.
You shouldn't think such things. It wasn't your fault.
Gretel's right. We all make dumb decisions when we're kids, but you can't beat yourself up over it. All we can do is try to learn from our mistakes and move on.
That's easy for you to say, Miss Crossbow.
Come talk to me after you spend an afternoon in a wolf's belly.
Trust me, you're better off wishing for something else. Cookie?
And now he's a puppet once again. And why should I care? Listen to yourself. Just because you are stuck in a mediocre relationship doesn't mean you get to crush other people's happily ever afters.
Excuse